first group of sensors that I'm going to cover today will self-reset at the keypad. So you usually don't have to do anything with the keypad other than changing the batteries. The last two in the lineup have a very particular way of clearing at the keypad. When we get to those last two, we'll discuss that. The first two we're going to talk about are GE motion detectors. This is the two that are very common for GE systems. On the bottom of the motion's a little tab. You just pop that tab, and then the cover will come up and off. You'll notice you see no batteries. It's at the back of the unit. There's a little screw right here surrounded by white plastic. You undo that screw. This screw, do not touch. Leave this screw alone. Grab the bottom and lift up. The bracket stays on the wall. At the back of the unit is a 3.6 half AA. Hard to read. There's a little plus stamped into the plastic. Just remember, positive up. Put in your new battery. Then hook the top and then snap in. Hook the top, snap in the bottom on the wall bracket, making sure this spring comes in contact with the cover. Hook the top cover, and then that is complete. This is another motion that we have for the GE lineup. It's called a resolution motion. At the back, you just simply push this little button on the bottom, and the unit comes out of the back plate to expose this CR123 lithium 3-volt battery. Once you put it back in, simply snap it back in. Little button on the bottom to release it from the bracket. The next one is a DSC motion detector. Little cover covering the screw. Once you open that compartment, take your screwdriver, undo the screw, grab the top. It'll hinge open to expose the battery. There's a nice little diagram on there. Positive to positive. Hook in the bottom first. Snap in the top. If you wish, you can secure it to the back plate by screwing the screw. Close the decorative cover, and that's how you replace a DSC motion. This is another DSC motion that we have. I usually take the bottom and just push on the bottom right about there, and it'll hinge up and off, exposing the battery compartment, little plus and minus. Snap in your new CR123 3-volt lithium. Put the top on first. Snap in the bottom. The motion's all set. The red lights on the motion detectors will go away after 3 minutes, and they will stay gone. This is the third one, not as common for residential. It turns off the base plate. It's a 360-degree ceiling mount motion detector. Turn it on its base, and then the battery is at the back of the unit. And as you can see, plus, and just pop in your new battery. You'll notice these two little pins got to come in contact with the two little pins. You can see that it's indexed, and you just rotate it back on the base, and then it'll lock in on the ceiling. The last two motions I'm going to discuss are ADEMCO motions. ADEMCO motions, you have to clear at the keypad with your code and off 3 times in a row. Take your screwdriver, twist. Don't do it on center, do it just off center. It'll hinge open, and you'll see this one has 2 batteries, 2 CR123 3-volt batteries. 1 battery here, 1 battery there. Put in the 2 new batteries. Don't touch this with your finger. That's the passive infrared motion detector detection thing. Seat the top cover, snap in the bottom, go to your keypad, 4-digit code and off 3 times in a row. Your code off, your code off. This motion detector, you just pop that little button there, and then at the back of the unit, you'll see a nice little positive. Reseat in your battery, snap it in, put in the top, snap in the bottom, go to your keypad, put in your code and off 3 times in a row. These 2 motions are the only motions where you have to do your code and off 3 times in a row. These motions will self-reset on you. The red LED lights will go away after 3 minutes and won't come on again unless you go in and change batteries or push the walk test. Thank you for being a Heartland customer.